No matter how the cachet of the WNBA elevates, remember, it could have been even better. You messed it up. You messed it up.
You made a mistake. Caitlin Clark might have had an offer from Europe that would revolutionize the WNBA.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
The WNBA is in a panic as the likelihood of Caitlin Clark moving to Europe increases. Perhaps you should have considered treating your big star with a little more respect now that Caitlin will gravely damage the league. After all, who will watch without CC?
I know she will do her best. I know she's talented, but she's not strong enough and she doesn't have enough experience right now to compete at this level.
The individuals Caitlin had to deal with during the season are inexperienced and won't be able to handle the WNBA. But look what happened. She swept through, broke records like there was no tomorrow, and left the league in disarray.
Nonsense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides, not only from fans.
Caitlin had no other option because of these analysts' persistent criticism and hostility toward her. It's time for a new beginning in a league that genuinely recognizes its best players and doesn't allow them to be singled out.
What the NBA became. Even when Jordan was ascending and the league clearly saw that that was the dude and Nike was marketing the living hell out of Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. It was still Bird and Magic.
Caitlin Clark has reportedly been offered an absolutely mind-blowing contract to play in Europe, and it looks like she's ready to take the plunge. But there's more to the story. Caitlin has had enough of the way she's been treated in the WNBA, and after enduring countless frustrations, she's finally making the decision to leave the league. The ripple effects of her departure could send shockwaves through the WNBA, shaking it to its very core despite all the attention, admiration from fans, and her undeniable impact on the game. Caitlin Clark has faced significant challenges in the WNBA. She's dealt with issues ranging from lack of proper support on the court to the league's inability to truly protect its star players. These challenges have now culminated in what could be one of the most shocking career decisions we've ever seen. Caitlin Clark deciding to leave the WNBA behind for Europe. Let's be real, the WNBA hasn't always treated Caitlin Clark with the respect or care that a star of her caliber deserves. Whether it's the lack of protection on the court, the constant targeting by other players, or the seeming indifference from the league itself, it's clear that Clark has had enough. Time and time again, we've seen opposing players get away with excessive physicality when guarding Clark, frequently crossing the line with aggressive, sometimes dangerous play. It's almost as if the league has allowed these tactics to go unchecked.
Weren't making a basketball argument. You weren't making a basketball argument.
We're not saying
No, Andrea, I'm not going to let you do that.
Go ahead,
Andrea, I'm not going to let you make it seem like Caitlin Clark was averaging 5 points a game. At the time, she was still averaging 16 points a game, which was more than a lot of other guards that made the team. So don't do that. Don't make it seem like she was averaging 5 points and this was like a handout.
No, it wasn't a handout.
Look at her numbers. Look at her numbers comparable to the other guards that were on the team. That's all I'm saying.
You could even argue that the WNBA has allowed this behavior to continue because they know that Clark's presence on the court attracts attention and increases viewership. After all, a little drama gets people talking. However, for Caitlin, the lack of protection has gotten to the point where it's just no longer worth it. Fans have noticed that social media platforms have been flooded with complaints from her supporters, who have been calling for more protection, fairness, and respect for their favorite player. Despite the outcry, the league's apparent indifference has left Clark feeling unsupported, almost as if they didn't care enough to make the necessary changes.
People are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
And now, after enduring season after season of being unfairly targeted and mistreated, Caitlin Clark is finally listening to her fans and has made the decision to take control of her career by leaving the WNBA behind. She is seeking a new chapter where her immense talent, dedication, and impact on the game will be truly valued the way they should have been for a long time. Now, let's talk about the repercussions. The WNBA is on the verge of experiencing a serious downtime.
Fact that she was getting all of that, yet all of these eyeballs were coming to the league because of her. The Indiana Fever was turning away games into home games.
Now that she's leaving, the WNBA faces the monumental challenge of filling that gap. Sure, there are other talented players in the league like DJ Carrington and Angel Reed, but let's be real, they don't possess the same ST power or magnetic appeal that Clark brought to the game. And that's not to discredit their abilities, both are phenomenal athletes, but Caitlin Clark was operating on a completely different level. She wasn't just a player, she was a movement. People weren't just drawn to the WNBA, they were drawn to her. Her fearless shooting ability to take over games and competitive spirit made her a must-watch athlete. Fans didn't tune in to WNBA games for the league, they tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark play. With her departure, the WNBA is only beginning to realize the depth of the Caitlin Clark effect. Losing Clark means losing millions in revenue, ticket sales, merchandise, TV deals, sponsorships. It's all going to take a massive hit, and the worst part, it was entirely preventable. The league had every chance to make Caitlin feel valued, to protect her on the court, and to offer her the support she deserved as the face of the league, but they didn't.
Draft day viewership, which is up 400% to 40%. Between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%. Between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years. And as it pertains to draft viewership, she did in 5 days.
They allowed problems to fester, and now they're going to pay the price. Caitlin's departure signals a turning point, one that could have disastrous consequences for the WNBA's future. The numbers being thrown around are staggering enough to stop anyone in their tracks. According to multiple sources, the contract Caitlin Clark has been offered in Europe far surpasses anything the WNBA has ever put on the table in the EuroLeague, where players are treated like royalty. Caitlin is being given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play fewer games, which will allow her to recuperate and perform at her best.
Be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games.
Isn't just offering Caitlin a contract, they're offering her the chance to become the face of the entire league. Picture this: Caitlin walking out onto the court, the lights dimming as thousands of fans erupt into deafening cheers. The energy in those packed arenas is palpable, every roar from the crowd reverberating through the stadium as she steps up to take a deep three. But this time it's different. These fans aren't just there to watch a basketball game, they're there for her. The EuroLeague knows this, and they're fully prepared to make her the centerpiece of their brand, treating her like the global superstar she is. How's it feel? Do you care? It's not just about Europe providing Caitlin with a new stage to dominate, it's about positioning her as the biggest basketball star in the world, with packed arenas full of devoted fans who respect and celebrate her every move. It's clear that Caitlin Clark is about to step into a new realm of greatness. This is her moment, and Europe is ready to make sure she shines brighter than ever before. But Caitlin isn't the only one making major moves. Other WNBA players are also starting to follow the same path, seeking better opportunities overseas. Kelsey Mitchell and Alyssa Smith, for example, have reportedly decided to spend their offseason playing in China, while Caitlin is headed to Europe. This trend is rapidly growing among WNBA players as they realize that playing internationally not only offers significantly more money, but also provides better overall treatment. The WNBA's pay structure simply cannot compete with what international leagues are offering, both in terms of salary and the quality of the experience. All of this comes together, and you need a star, and she is the star. Players like Caitlin, Kelsey, and Alyssa are seeing the advantages of fewer games, more rest, and higher earnings, making the decision to play internationally almost a no-brainer when you compare the schedules, compensation, and player care offered overseas. It's easy to understand why more athletes are choosing this path. Whilst all this is going out, Jason Whitlock believes Caitlin should star in unrivaled league, a league where the best of the best compete against each other in the off-break of the WNBA. This would lead to players like Kelsey Mitchell and Alyssa Smith not needing to travel abroad to earn their wage. Instead, they can make their money in America with an unrivaled league full of talent. This will give players better opportunity, and they will be able to make something out of this rise of talent. In the women's game, we have some incredible prospects coming through, yet they aren't going to receive the pay they deserve. Instead, They will have to generate their income through sponsorships, but this unrivaled league idea adds a whole different spectrum to the table. Back to Caitlin Clark and the WNBA, this shift should serve as a massive wake-up call for the women's basketball. The league is at serious risk of losing not just Caitlin Clark, but other top players as well. If the WNBA doesn't step up and reevaluate how they compensate and treat their athletes, they could face a mass exodus of talent. The reality is clear: players no longer have to settle for less when international leagues are willing to offer them so much more. If the WNBA wants to avoid an even larger talent drain in the future, they need to rethink their priorities. And fast. Molly, I said. Really, Molly, what's probably most shocking about this whole situation is that the WNBA didn't seem to make any real effort to keep Caitlin Clark. There was no big offer, no grand gesture, nothing to show how valuable she was to the league. In fact, they basically let her walk away without a fight, and that decision is baffling. Clark had the potential to be the biggest star in American sports, a once-in-a-generation talent, and the WNBA let her go. Losing someone like Caitlin is a monumental error for a league that has been working hard to expand its fan base and compete on a bigger stage.
How's it feel? Do you care?
The WNBA will undoubtedly regret this decision, and it will undoubtedly hurt their bottom line. The Caitlin Clark effect was very real. She was single-handedly raising the league's profile, attracting new fans, and creating excitement like no other player in recent memory. With her departure, the league must face the harsh reality that they are no longer the top destination for the world's best talent. Other leagues are stepping up, offering better contracts, superior treatment, and fewer games, making them a more appealing option.
All of this comes together, and you need a star, and she is the star.
The WNBA is about to witness a sharp decline in viewership revenue and overall fan engagement as a result of the league's failure to protect, support, and properly invest in Caitlin Clark. This is an incredible opportunity for Caitlin to continue her career in an environment where her talent will be fully appreciated and properly compensated. She will be treated like the superstar she is both on and off the court, and her game will continue to evolve on an even bigger stage.
Molly, I said...
Really, Molly? Wow.
They
Really?
jumped on us.
The question now is whether the WNBA can recover from this huge loss, or if this is the start of a much bigger crisis for the league. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. More videos are currently available. Caitlin's departure is more than just one player leaving. It's a symbol of the league's struggles to retain top talent in the face of better offers and treatment overseas.